Now, I know in our last Can You Find a Switch 2 video, we found the Switch 2 at many stores, but I'm about an hour outside of my area, and this area has no GameStop, which is crazy. I'm in New Milford, Connecticut, and I have not found a Switch 2 at a Staples yet, so I'm curious to see, will Staples have a Switch 2, or will they let us down? All the Staples in my area carry the Nintendo Switch, but all of them have said they don't carry the Switch 2. So I'm curious to see if that continues or not. This one does not have a sign posted outside the store saying they don't sell it, so maybe we'll have some luck. Now this one said Superstore. Are all the Staples Superstores? I don't know. It took me a little while to find the gaming stuff, and I think this is their game section here. We see some Xbox controllers, PlayStation controllers, and here this looks like their Nintendo Switch section, and I don't see the Switch 2. I do see these tags here for the OLED for $2.99, which is a good deal, and the regular one for $2.99. But oh, look at that, this is a store that carries the Switch 2. I didn't even see this. I don't know if they're in stock or not, but yeah, like I said, you might want to check Staples. We're gonna ask if they're in stock or not. They also have some games here. It looks like everything's full price, and some Joy-Cons. I hope these are just empty boxes. Yeah, these are empty boxes just for display. These are pretty cool. Never seen these little boxes before. Staples has been running this promotion for quite a while for $50 off select Nintendo Switch consoles. So right now, you can get an OLED for just $2.99. So if you're looking for an original Switch, this is a great place to come to. Now, I know a lot of people aren't going to remember this, but you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of back in the day when you'd go to Toys R Us and they had the video game aisle, not the R zone, and they had these little things, and you'd grab the paper and you'd bring it up front of the register, they'd ring you up, and then you'd bring your receipt to customer service for the game. This reminds me of that. So the gentleman that works here, a very nice young man, said they do not have any Switch 2s in stock, but they have had them in the past. So it's been about 2 weeks since they've gotten them in. And this is the first Staples store that I've seen that actually carries the Switch 2. So keep on the lookout. You know, there's no GameStop in this area, so I don't know if that's why they carry the Switch 2 here. But yeah, keep an eye out in the area where you don't expect it. Things like places like Staples. We're going to go to 2 more stores, I think, that I've never been to before, and we're going to see if we can find a Switch 2. This particular store was not on my list to stop at. However, since we were passing by, I figured we go ahead and try anyway. And that store, of course, is Walmart, also known as Wally World. Could be wrong, but this doesn't look like your Walmart Supercenter, which is typically the stores I normally go in. But I'm guessing the setup is roughly the same. Looks like we have found electronics. Now, where is their video games? All right, we found the video game section, and here is the Switch stuff, and here, let's see. There's a Switch display case, and I see the $4.49 price and an empty case. They do have, it looks like, the original Switch, of course, which is not hard to find, and some Joy-Cons there. Got some Joy-Cons up here and some controllers. I would love to have one of these cases. These are so cool. And here is the Switch 2 games they have so far, which we've seen pretty much all before. Bravely Default, Cyberpunk, Hitman, Hogwarts, Mario Kart World, which I think is the most popular game at this point, Tetris, and a lot of these games, unfortunately, are key cards. You got Zelda. I don't believe those are key cards. Yeah, Yakuza, which these are all key cards right here, and a pair of Joy-Cons and some Switch lights. So, yeah, no Switch 2s in stock. They do have the Switch 2 cameras. Does anyone remember the video the day before the Switch 2 came out where I went to a Walmart and all the Switch 2 stuff was on the shelf? I tried to buy it, but it wouldn't even let me ring it up. They told me it wasn't supposed to be out yet. I feel like we're constantly striking out at Walmart. Now, that could just be timing. I don't know. There was nobody in electronics to ask whether or not they had some like in a cage in the back or anything like that. But I I looked in the electronics customer service section, and those little cages they had up front, and there was nothing there. So I'm gonna assume that they're not in stock. And I gotta tell you guys, it is so hot out. My car currently says it's 100 degrees. I don't know how accurate those things are. Maybe they're off by a few degrees, but it is hot. Okay, it's starting to go down, so maybe it's going down as the car's moving, because when I first got in the car it said 102, then it said 100, and then 99. Now it's down to 98. So we put the GPS into a place that I've never been. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, because we might make a stop before that. But we'll get there when we get there. You guys will see. We're now heading about 10 minutes away from New Milford, where we were just at the Walmart. And we're in a city or town called Brookfield, Connecticut. And there's 2 stores in this area that we're going to check out. And both of these stores I've actually never been in before to check out to see if they have Switch 2s or not. So this will be an interesting one for you guys as well as me. Never know, we'll find out. Well, this is one of the craziest parking lots I've ever been in. It is absolutely backed up. This is a very busy place. Well, I just found a parking spot probably pretty close to a quarter mile away. I'm not even joking. I am so far away from this store, it is not even funny. This parking lot is insane. It is so busy here. Hopefully they let me inside. And of course, we are here at Costco. Now, I don't ever recall coming into a Costco before, so I'm not sure. I don't think I've been to a Costco before. Last time we tried this at a BJ's, and I had a BJ's card. I know you have to have a Costco card to buy something. I don't know if they'll just let me in or not, but we're gonna give it a shot. You guys gotta help me out with this. Is Costco always like this? This place is a madhouse. I've never seen so many people in one store. This is incredible. Now, since I don't have a card, I remember seeing YouTube videos where they were scanning everybody into the store. And since I don't have a card, I kind of just followed someone else's lead and went in through the exit. It was so busy that they didn't say anything. So we are in Costco. We're gonna give this a shot. Now, I'm not sure exactly where to check. I've kind of walked through electronics, assuming it would be over there in that area somewhere, but I haven't seen them. But I'm hoping I'm just in the wrong area, because I haven't seen any video game stuff, and I'm assuming they have at least something. So we'll find out when we find that area. One of the employees said, go right up to the front here. And if I had walked into the main entrance instead of the exit, I probably would have sold this right away. But they have the Switch 2 Pro controllers, which you could buy. I don't remember what these were. I don't know if that's full retail or not. $74.99. Let me know in the comments below if that's a lower price than normal. But they have the Switch 2 controllers. They have Oculus. And they got PlayStation 5 controllers and consoles. But I don't think they sell the Switch 2. And good thing I walked in the exit, because they are definitely scanning your I almost said BJ's card. It looks like a BJ's in here. But yeah, no, doesn't look like no Switch 2s. So this one's gonna be busted. But if you look for a PS5, there you go. I do have to say, however, this is pretty cool. I've never seen them displayed like this. Mario Kart Lego set. Not in the market for one, $144.99. Not sure if that's full retail or not. But look at Mario and the Mario Kart. This is cool. I love it. Even though they didn't have the Switch 2, I did manage to get a sample of a half a cookie. Not bad. Well, I'm convinced that people come to Costco for free samples and $1.49 hot dogs. I don't know, this place is so insane. I don't know, what is it about Costco? Let me know, guys. I'm sorry, the hot dogs weren't $1.49. They're actually $1.50. But apparently that also comes with a drink. That is a good deal. No, I must have said it like 4 or 5 times, but Costco's insane. Holy crap. The amount of people in there was just absolutely mind-boggling. I don't know if it's like that every day of the week. I'm gonna record my whole entire walk back to the car, and then I'm gonna put it in a faster mode so you guys can see how far away I had to park. Okay, here we go. I don't know, maybe somebody can count the parking spots that I passed. I got stuck behind people just waiting in the parking lot just to find a spot. Well, that took me about a 1 minute, very, very brisk walk back to the car. And I'm still not to the car yet. I got about 10 spots to go, and I'll be at my vehicle. Costco's insane. I keep saying the same words over and over again. I think we busted the myth of getting a Switch 2 at a wholesale club because we struck out now at BJ's, who doesn't carry them. And I didn't ask an employee if they carried them or not. He said, I don't think we have them, but he didn't say whether or not they had them or not, indefinitely. But there was definitely none of those cardboard things on the shelf or a spot where they possibly could be. So I'm going to go with they don't have them. Now, I know I could probably go on their website and see, but it doesn't look like they carry them to me. If I can't find one in the store, you know, I think that kind of defeats the purpose of it. We are going to go to another store that I didn't go through to in the last video because the closest Costco to me is an hour away. And then the same with the next store we're going to. The closest one to me, I have two of them. One is, I think it's either Danbury or New Milford. The other one is in Nanuet, New York, and both of them are equally 1 hour away from me. So they're not stores that I visit often, being an hour away. So we're going to give another store a shot, and this is going to be a store that sells electronics, washers, dryers, TVs, things like that. And that store is PC Richards. You guys ever been to a PC Richards before? It's kind of like a Circuit City, but it's weird because they also sell things like mattresses. I'm not 100% for certain, but I'm pretty sure that their employees are on commission, and they kind of hound you as soon as you get in the store, and it's kind of annoying to me. But a lot of times I'll find some good deals on games, and if you guys ever been to a PC Richards, tell me if this is the same thing all over. They have a lot of old stuff. Like, I remember I was in one a year ago. I found a couple 3DS games, but they were like regular price. Kind of strange, but then they'll have sales on other games. So I think they're going to be getting out of the video gaming business. I'm not sure if they're still in it or not, but let's go on PC Richards. Not sure how much footage I'm going to get in here because, like I said, they're probably going to hound us as soon as we walk in the door. All right, here we are. This is the video game section. Looks like it's getting very, very small. Let's see what they got over here. Got little PS5 games. And here's the Switch stuff. And got the Switch up there, but no Switch 2. I'll ask them. This is a section has gotten very small. I don't think they're really known for selling video games. I mean, if you're selling something that still plays CDs, I don't know. It must not be too successful. I mean, seriously, when's the last time you walked into a store and saw something that had a CD player? I still have CDs at my house, but I'm not buying something that plays CDs in 2025. Now, I will ask, but it doesn't look like they are carrying the Switch 2. It looks like they're, to me, like I said, I think they're getting out of the video game business. I don't think that's been a successful run for them. No real good deals to be found either. Seems like everything's pretty much where it should be. And I think that's going to make it an easy one here. We got another store still to check out. Oh, that is the first time for me in PC Richards that I walked through the door and no one was on top of me. So maybe the manager's on break and not keeping an eye on the staff. All the staff was huddled up in the middle of the store just kind of hanging out, which I didn't need any help, so I'm okay with that. But yeah, no Switch 2 here, and the video game section was very bleak. There wasn't much going on. That was the least amount I've ever seen. I was telling you guys about 3DS games, and I remember buying Vita games and PSP games here just a year or two ago. They barely had any Xbox, PlayStation, Switch stuff at all. They did have the Switch in stock. I did ask the guys about the Switch 2. He said they haven't seen them yet, but he just said because they're probably in high demand. So I don't know. I think they're getting out of the video game business personally, but I don't know. You guys let me know if you know inside information. Maybe somebody in the comments works at a PC Richards. Are they all like this? There's just nothing left. And I also realized I did a really terrible parking job. The line is like all the way back there. Man, I'm getting old. All right, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. It is a Sunday, by the way. Today's July 6th, if anyone's watching this video. So, I don't know, I had better luck in the last video. I think I filmed that one on a Thursday. You know, Sunday, a lot of people are off. So, you know, on Saturday, a lot of these, if they were in stock, they could have been sold then. Like I said earlier in the video, there is no GameStop in this town. There's actually a really nice sized mall. It's actually a really nice mall, nicer than my mall. And they don't have a GameStop in there. They have a retro video game store, but no GameStop. The GameStop closed years ago. And there used to be 3 GameStops in Danbury, and all 3 of them have closed. Yet somehow, where I live, Poughkeepsie area in New York, all 3 GameStops are still in business. I don't get it. There is a Best Buy over here. I think we're gonna go head over there next. I think it's straight ahead. So right over there is the Best Buy. This is like the secret back entrance, and we got the green arrow to go ahead. And if anywhere, I have a feeling this is the place where we will possibly, no guarantees obviously, find a Switch 2 in stock. Now, I don't know if this is going to be like our previous Best Buy experience, where as soon as we walk in, there's going to be a sign that says in stock or sold out. I hope they don't have that sign, because it will leave us in suspense a little bit. But if they have it, I'll go ahead and show it to you guys. Okay, so that sign is not present in the front. We're going to start out by going to the video game section and see if they're in the display case back here. We'll start there. Here is the first side of the Nintendo section. This is going to be with all the accessories. Here's the Piranha Plant. I wish that was $10.99. That is definitely in the wrong spot. These are $10.99, although that's probably what that cost to make. Oh, this is interesting. This is something I haven't seen before. Dual USB power or play stand. That's neat. And I think I just found the case that I'm looking for, actually. Funny enough. I think this is the carrying case I'm looking for my Switch 2. I've been looking for something with a shoulder strap. Yeah, I think this is going to be the one. Yep. See how they can carry that over the shoulder? This is a cool case for $34.99. Yeah, it's probably a little overpriced, but you know what? I think this is the one I'm going to go with. When did Amiibos hit $39.99? Why are these $40? That is absolutely crazy. Is this one really? There's no way. Is this in the right spot? No, it says, does that say Samsung? That's in the wrong spot. But how what the heck happened? How did these end up getting to that price range of $30 and $40? I remember these were like 15 bucks max. And here's the glass display case, and it is absolutely empty. I wonder if they put the Switch 2 on display yet. These look like the regular Switches here, and let's see what we got on the other side. Looks like maybe an OLED. Yeah, I don't think they put the Switch 2 where you can actually play it yet. There's the light. All right, let's check the actual aisle and see if we have any luck on games. Looks like the same games that we've been seeing. Mario Kart World. Someone in the video, if you could tell me how much that was at the other stores, if that was any less expensive. I remember, what was it, a Pro controller that we saw the price of in the video? Oh, Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's a cool game. $29.99. And this is interesting. These are actually still in the aisle, where other Best Buys don't have these Switch games in the aisle anymore. They kind of put the Switch 2 stuff out and left this whole entire section empty. And this is the most ridiculous thing ever. I can't believe they're actually selling this game download, and you have to buy this for $9.99. Wii Sports was worth more than $99, and that was a packing game. Why do we have to spend $10 on this? Also, let me know if anyone's bought the Welcome Tour or not, and if it's any good. I have not tried it. I don't know. Is it worth $10? I know it's only 10 bucks. Let me know. I just caught this out of the corner of my eye. Wasn't Mortal Kombat 1, wasn't that like the most ridiculous, like wasn't it like a $75 or $80 game and everybody was complaining about it? And look at it now, $34.99. It sits there. Is this the right price for this game? Mortal Kombat, maybe we'll pick this up for $34.99. Is it time to finally pick this up? Is it any good? So I just spotted this Switch cage here, or we'll just call it a cage in general, because there is some PlayStation stuff in here. And there is the OLED Switch, as well as the lights in stock. And they got some PlayStation, what are they, portals below it. And I'm guessing that maybe the Switch 2 could be down here, or possibly maybe in this empty space here. But as of right now, it does not look like these are in stock. We're gonna go ahead and ask at customer service as well, just to double check. No luck on the Switch 2 here at Best Buy in Danbury, Connecticut. They did not have it in stock. He said the last time they had it was July 1st, which was just a couple days ago. And that's probably right around when I found it at my home store. But I did manage to get this really cool carrying case, which is the exact carrying case I was looking for. And I also picked up that Mortal Kombat game. I'll put this video up, and if anyone thinks I should return that Mortal Kombat game, I think it was $30 or $35. Let me know in the comments below before I open it. If it's really terrible, I'll wait a couple days after I post this, and you guys can let me know if that game sucks and I should return it. So let me know if you played that. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. My confidence level is very low. We have one store to check, and you know, I think part of this was an experiment. You know, seeing if Costco had even sold the Switch 2 or PC Richards, and I just don't think they even sell them yet. I think it's just not something that they've gotten and displayed on their shelves. PC Richards, I don't think it's ever going to get it. We do have one more stop. We're going to go check Target. I don't think we're going to find one today. I think the best bet, if you're looking for a Switch 2, is try during a weekday if you're available, or you have a friend available or a family member available to look for a Switch 2. Try on a weekday over a weekend. I think the stores are just too busy and they're going to sell out very, very quickly. But we got one store left, and like I always say, you never know what you're going to find. So let's go check it out. Here we are at Target, and this is going to be our last stop in trying to find the Nintendo Switch 2. I don't know. Like I said earlier, my confidence level is low. You know, I think not having the presence of the GameStop, as much as a lot of people dislike GameStop in this area, you know, it makes it very limited options of where you can go. So I think like the Walmart we went to and the Target are probably just bombarded with people looking for this thing. And if you really think about it, the only two places where I really found the Switch 2 have been GameStop and Best Buy at this point. I've struck out every single time at a Walmart, and I've struck out every single time at a Target. And of course we get the new stores that we've checked as well. And really haven't had any luck. Here we go, last section here. We got Marvel versus Capcom on sale for $24.99. Seems like a really good deal. This case is pretty much empty except for some pink Joy-Cons and the Alarmo. Figured we keep everybody in suspense and go down the PlayStation aisle, since there really isn't much to the Xbox section anymore. This is it for Xbox games. You kind of see this all over the place. So there's some nostalgia for you guys if you're watching this video far to the future. This is what has become of the Xbox section. And it looks like there's 2 PlayStation 4 games left at this point. And let's go around the corner. And there's Indiana Jones. I was looking for that for the Xbox One forever. Or Xbox Series X. I can't keep up with these things anymore. And here's the Switch games here. Well, here's something you never see. A first-party Nintendo game on sale for $39.99. Of course, it's been out for quite a few years. It looks like that's going on quite a bit here. You got a couple of them for $39.99. Even the Wii U game. Here is the Switch display case. Here's one of 2. And I see the OLED in there, the lights. And here are the Switch 2 games. No Switch 2 kiosk here yet. It's got this display. I have seen Switch 2 kiosks popping up here and there. And look at this case. Empty. And yeah, that's the spot for $4.99 for the bundle. But nothing there. Available 6/5/25. Well, I guess that's kind of questionable if it's technically available. It's not really technically available. It's out as of then. Whether or not you can find it in stock is a whole other question. Now they do, however, have all the cameras, the Piranha plan. I mean, I know a lot of people aren't buying these cameras, but which one would you guys buy? For an extra $5, are you buying the one that looks like a Piranha? That's what I would be buying. And they got the extra set of Joy-Cons, which are insanely expensive. I'm curious to know whether or not they're going to have special edition of Joy-Cons or not. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments below. But that's it for our quest today. I think we visited enough stores with all the options we have visited. Let's see if I can recall them all. There was a Walmart, a Costco, a PC Richards, a Best Buy, and a Target. Was that all of them? Didn't find a Switch 2 today, but we did in the last video. So let me know if you guys have a Switch 2 and if you're looking for one, or are you gonna hold out and wait for the price to go down, or just wait until there are more games out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.